the studio. I actually told them earlier, because I want to record my first single here because I'm looking at the mic and my earphones. Like,
imagine we could be the next.
Comment down below. Like, do I have to be a singer? It's always been my dream.
Welcome, Eswatini, sanibonani babukeli emakhaya.
Ninshani.
Isn't it crazy every time you do like a video or podcast, you expect people to say, we're doing good.
Right?
Hi guys, welcome to the very first episode of the Link Up podcast.
Yep, your girls are back. Ready?
Back from where though?
My sister. We've always been here, but this is the first episode, but I feel like everyone has been waiting for this and we're finally giving them what they've been waiting for.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I was initially very nervous. Were you nervous?
My sister, like the entire morning, butterflies throughout the entire day. But now, I think I'm excited. Sasha Fierce is out. I'm ready. Your girl is ready, yeah.
Bachela girl. For those who may not know, my name is Demnot from Vubu. I am an Eswatini content creator, digital strategist, a girl absolutely obsessed with creating content and telling stories. And I have my co-host here, who's also a co-founder, co-organizer of this amazing platform called The Link Up. And she'll quickly introduce herself as well.
It's your girl, Babegwa Dlamini. I am a full-time content creator, social worker, psychosocial counselor, and a baker, and I love pets so much. I'm so excited, super excited to be here today. Yes.
Okay, so I like games. I don't think life must always be very serious. So I thought we could start with icebreakers for our very first podcast episode. You caught that?
Yeah.
You're down with that?
Yeah, super excited.
You're not scared of what I'm going to ask you?
I mean, I don't really like games, but the fact that we won't be running around and sweating and doing everything, I'm game for this game. Did you get that?
I see you, my sister.
Yes.
Okay, so this game is called This or That. But it is Content Creator Edition because we are content creators. Mm-hmm. And we're going to play this quick game. And I'm going to ask B a couple of this or that questions just to find out, just to gauge what she'd pick in this situation. So it's going to be fun. And if you are watching or listening, you can play along by commenting down below and also letting us know what you would pick.
Yes. Oh, I'm so scared. Should I do this? Okay, I trust you.
Okay, first question. This or that. Would you rather have unlimited Wi-Fi and not speak to anyone for a whole year? Mm-hmm. Or would you rather have unlimited money, chankura, izaga, and never create content again? Of course.
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Because I love content creation, I think, listen, I love people. Love people. I love creating content for people, but I feel like I would have to pick the first one.
Unlimited Wi-Fi.
Yes.
In this economy.
What? It's unlimited. I feel like in that era, I'd probably be creating content the entire time. At least people would be seeing me. It's just that I wouldn't have human interactions. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, actually. But I picked the first one. I'm actually interested in what you would pick.
I would actually pick... Ningang judgy, guys. Ningang judgy. I would pick unlimited money. Unlimited money because I can do so much more than just create content.
Yeah.
I can create platforms that can help content creators. I can build an exciting life for myself. I can travel. I love traveling. So no shade to your choice.
This is how much I love content creation. I would pick creating.
Okay, second question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would you rather create something brilliant but never get credit for it? Or would you rather create something mediocre that makes you famous?
You know what? And I know this will sound so biased because I am a content creator. Hey, listen, one day I want to blow up, famous and everything, but I think I would rather create something mediocre and no one really knows it's me. The thing is with me, I feel like the higher you go, and that's the goal. I really want to go higher, bigger, and better, until my name is on billboards, your girl Bapegwa. But there's always that anxiety that comes with fame. I'm not sure if I can...
What? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure if I can handle that. I know that you don't go to spaces that you weren't created for, but maybe I'm not in that place yet. But I would rather create something and no one would know it's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree, actually. We don't do average around here.
Yeah, like...
What's the point of being known for something that's mediocre? So, yeah. If you are thinking you'd rather create something mediocre and be famous, Zach Charger.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, we definitely listen and we judge.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you another one.
Okay.
Would you rather always have a brilliant idea but never the resources to execute it?
Oh my.
Or would you rather have all the resources in the world but struggle to come up with banging content or just ideas?
You know what the danger is? I don't actually think I usually have ideas, because usually with me, and I'm not even trying to be pompous or anything, but one thing about me, my sister, through conversations, I always come up with ideas like randomly. I feel like I'm gifted with that. I may not always have the resources to implement them, but I've noticed how people will say, like, maybe writers will say they have writer's block. With me, it's never like that. I'm just always inspired. I can look at your hair and I'm like, oh, we could do content about braids. Look at the brown. My sister looking so good. So I feel like I'm always high key inspired, and I always have ideas. So yeah, I don't know.
What would I pick? I actually don't know. Because
such a tricky question.
Because having the resources to execute your ideas is so important.
Yeah.
And speaking of resources, we are filming this from the American Corner, which is a space created by the U.S. Embassy in Eswatini, which is allowing so many creators who do not have resources for creating content like this to actually come in here, utilize the space. But of course, you need to follow the U.S. Embassy in Eswatini to check out all of the cool resources they have for creators like us.
Yes.
So you know what? Maybe I would love to always have brilliant ideas and then pull up to the American Corner.
Yes,
maybe
definitely. Look at what we're doing now. It's so exciting. Such an honor.
Okay, last one.
Ooh, I'm scared. Okay.
And then this one actually speaks to the heart of the link up. It's a question about collaboration.
Yeah.
Would you rather only be able to collaborate with people more famous than you, bigger followings, more popular, or would you rather have people who are just starting out as your collaborators?
Ooh, that's actually an interesting question. And I hope my answer won't close doors for me.
No,
Listen,
never that.
It shouldn't, but I feel like I would rather collaborate with those starting out, because I don't know, I just feel like I love the authenticity that people have, like in the beginning, the pressure of saying you have this one big creator coming to speak with Bapegwa seems like such a scary, huge thing. So I feel like I would rather work with those starting out, because I feel like if I had someone tell me when I was starting my YouTube page, would see, girl, you can do this. Like if I had someone walking with me, I feel like it would have meant so much. So my heart is always for those that are starting out, and also just seeing someone's growth is amazing. Like I just love seeing things grow, from the seed to the plant, that kind of era. But I also wouldn't be close to working with those that are known, as long as they have the heart for creating. Yeah.
And I love the concept of collaboration, because it takes what you have and what I have and we create something amazing. But more than that, we're able to leverage off of each other's platforms. So I am pro collaboration.
Definitely.
Absolutely amazing. And that is the whole heart of the link up. So in case you're sitting here wondering, who are these people? I've never heard of the Link Up. What is going on? Basically, the Link Up is a networking and connector platform that we ideated. And it was just birthed from understanding that in order to do so many amazing things, we need each other. So let's collaborate. So within the creator economy space, bringing creatives together, creators, influencers, and giving them platforms to connect with each other, but with brands as well, because that is what matters at the end of the day. But you touched on something amazing, girl, that I actually want to ask you now.
Brilliant minds.
So everyone has a creative spark, you know?
Yeah.
Something that pushed them to start creating. Everyone has that story of, this is why I started doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
What is your creative spark story?
Growing up, besides the fact that I am a loud child, as my parents would say, growing up, I've always loved the camera. And it was always interesting seeing my pictures from when I was still a child and everything. So I always liked being in the spotlight, you know, as shy as I can be. You know,
because I'm like Njani, girl.
I know, right? It doesn't make sense. But all the stories that I hear about myself, like when I was younger, my mom would be like, girl, like, Messi Stadium, and you would be there in front. And I'm like, old B would never do that, but
I can't see it.
I can't see it as well, right? But you know what? If the light likes you, you're there. But for me, it was always, I don't know. I think just one day I had a fear of growing up, and I don't remember what I did in my 20s. Like, that always scared me. So I remember COVID era, I decided to pick up the camera because people would always say I'm funny on WhatsApp because I'd always make short clips and everything. And people were like, oh, you should like do a YouTube channel, do something. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I don't even know how this thing works. And then COVID was like, yo, we'll stay in the house. And I was like, pick up the camera, girl, record yourself. And I was so excited when I posted my first video. It's cringe now, watching it. So cringe. The lighting, everything is just... I hope people don't see it, but for me it was always just that thing of always wanting to document my life. I always tell people that if I could, I'd have my own reality show. Right now I'd have cameras following the life of the big one, the mini.
I mean, and it is an exciting life at this point. Look at
honestly,
you, girl. Podcaster.
Would I ever see myself here?
Imagine.
Imagine. So grateful for American Corners. So grateful. We're having this. Like, we're literally sitting here because... my sister. I'm about to get emotional.
But yeah, that's interesting how a lot of people actually got into content around the COVID times. And it actually is proof of how sometimes out of the crappiest moments, excuse my almost profanity, out of the most rubbish moments, you are able to create something amazing. There's always an opportunity. You just have to be able to see it.
Yeah.
I think for me, my creative spark, I think has always been there. I've always known I'm supposed to create stuff.
Yeah.
And
you're amazing. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Girl, I love your content. I love you. Like... Please check her out, guys.
Thank you.
Check her out. Yeah.
That's why friends matter. Your friends give you your flowers. I love that.
Yes.
So I've always been creating stuff like physically, like recycling, all sorts of things. My mom would get so mad because they'd always be tingontongoto in her house. And she's like, what is this? I'm like, it's a work of art.
Cutting out clothes and everything.
Yes. Out of her cushions. But I think when it comes to content, it's similar to you, how I'd post videos on Facebook and my best friend, one of my best friends, Ngosi, shout out to you, friend. He said to me, you should start a YouTube channel, you know.
Yeah.
Almost wasted data and busy posting videos. Just start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I started it, and there were so many people, strangers, mind you, who DM me and they'd be like, oh, you're onto something amazing. You see, if you could just tweak your sets like this, do XYZ, da-da-da. Which is why I appreciate constructive criticism so much.
Yeah.
It helps build whatever you're packaging. But I think that ultimate spark where I was like, I should do this, it was that Standard Bank. Do you remember that Standard Bank brand influencer campaign they had?
Yeah.
So I entered that, and after that, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing this. So... yeah, I think that was my creative spark, and here we are today.
Yeah, look at us.
So one of the things we are passionate about as the Link Up is the local creator economy. And there's so many cool people coming up, so many cool trends coming up. What have you noticed within the Eswatini landscape that you are liking?
I don't know if this will be biased.
Tell us, my sister.
But there's like, first of all, kudos, claps hands for Eswatini creatives. They are doing the most. Like, can you please have the applause? Dun, 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 dun. They are doing the most. They are doing the most. And if you guys could hear, one day we'll have like an episode where I will tell you guys how Dem was actually part of the reasons why I decided to start creating content. And I'm not even being biased because she's my friend, but I look at Eswatini creatives and I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, this is someone I can easily bump into walking into town, you know?
Isn't that the most beautiful thing about Eswatini?
And it's the most beautiful thing. And everyone is so humble. You know how people are like, oh my gosh, I saw a certain celebrity, but they can't even go say hi. Like, it's like your brother, your sister from church, your cousin is literally creating, and it's so beautiful to watch because I feel like there's that authentic Ngiliswati kind of vibe thing that always happens. So I'm always just caught up in all of the trends that they like, and what we're doing with the link up, collaborating all the creatives and everything and brands, I feel like will also like open up so many doors because I really can't even pick one. I honestly can't pick one because creative, guys, when you're a creative, you like everything. I may not be able to do everything, and that's the important part. Like, as a creator, know your niche, know what you can do, don't go for everything. But for me at the moment, I feel like everything is kind of inspiring. Maybe I may not be your makeup artist, you know, I can't draw your lishia and everything, but you know, I'm currently inspired by everything. I
think what I love about Eswatini, and for a long time I thought this was an issue, is how everything in this country, not everything, but most things, are kind of in their infancy. Like, everything is starting out, everything is a blank canvas. But when you shift your perspective, sometimes you notice how that is not a terrible thing. It means you are able to pioneer, build something new, be that voice that cuts through the clutter, come up with something different. And there's so many creatives that I am spotting who are doing amazing things, not even just like influencing or vlogging, like people who are utilizing the power of social media. As a digital strategist, I help brands tell their stories online, and it's always so beautiful when you see someone grab hold of what social media is and uses it for themselves. From like the brands, there's so many cool brands I'm noticing that are really killing it on social media, and I'm like, you're onto something. Then there's the creators as well, people who use the content to showcase their skills, their talents, promote their businesses.
And we've grown as a country, hey?
And I'm so excited for what lies ahead in terms of all of the great things that are happening. The Google partnership that happened recently,
my sister,
showing the potential of possibly monetizing local creators, getting paid for something that we enjoy. But that'll be another chat. We are planning to use this podcast to dive into so many things that are important for creatives within Eswatini, from the different monetization avenues, how to build a monetizable brand, personal branding, how to utilize social media. So there's so many more exciting things to come from here. And if you are still tuned in and listening, please make sure that you have liked this video.
You
comment it down below where you are watching from.
I don't know what it will be, but just like, comment, share, subscribe, everything.
I'm very excited about Eswatini because it is a blank canvas and we have so much potential to do
and
amazing
actually,
things.
before we even close up, I have a funny story. The other day, I was actually vlogging. I'm not going to mention the shop, but I was actually vlogging, and this guy working there, because my thing is, in Eswatini, usually when you'd walk into shops, you can't take a picture, you know, put your phone down. I was literally setting up my camera and this guy literally walked by and is like, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm like, you know what? We're actually growing. So I think this whole creative thing is actually now opening people's minds to, hey, allow people to create. Because I feel like before we were kind of, you know, you'll be there like, I'll vlog my day in town. Next thing you pick up your camera and there's someone like, it's a Vala, you know, like someone is already telling you not to create. So I feel like in a way we should continue because this is actually doing something. People are more comfortable to be around creatives. I mean, our family is forced, of course, but
yeah, they really
yeah,
are.
like
The camera comes out, no money.
We're like, shoot, but we're just like,
you know, my niece. There's actually a vlog of mine where my niece was like, "When I came into this world, I didn't sign up to be on camera."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, like I walk into family gatherings and they're just like, "Are you vlogging today? Please let us know on time."
But if you could go back in time, to the bee that started creating, what would you tell her? Because for many creators starting out, the biggest thing is starting, and then also continuing when you don't see the building of the community or something, the success or the viral numbers. And what would you tell that bee?
Yeah, I mean,
especially as bee who's now sitting here.
Yeah, first of all, I would give her a big hug. I know she didn't like hugs even back then, but I would give her a big hug. And you mentioned how you would create things, recycling this and that, cutting up pillows. I was actually that child as well. Like, things were not safe in the house. Once I saw something, my little doll would have a skirt, she'd have a top. Like, I was creating everything. And I remember when I started, as we mentioned earlier, because it was the COVID era, my siblings were focused on like doing certificates online, and I was just always the creative child, always thinking outside the box. And you know, in African Black families, that's not really a thing you can tell your parents. It's when I grow up, I want to be a creative. Like, it doesn't make sense because you've been in school all these years and you just want to create. And so for the longest of times, I always felt like my dream was just me being Delulu. Me just dreaming and over, I don't know, like I didn't think I would make it big and actually like love what I was doing. I was so scared to actually show that. But you know, I'm just like, sometimes you don't have to hide. I would tell her that, baby girl, continue vlogging, whether your lighting is dark. Yeah. I'm just thinking of my first YouTube video and I'm realizing all the things that I didn't think I would reach. But I'm actually so grateful for her. You know, little B, you did it, girl. This is just the beginning.
I like that you don't have to hide.
Yeah.
That's
don't
something.
Hide.
That's something we've actually been battling with for a very long time.
Hey, my sister.
We're gonna let you in on a family secret. So we didn't want anyone to know that we were behind the link up.
We really didn't. Like, we tried so hard to find.
And then we realized we're a two-man team, so you can't really hide. Unless we hire someone to be the face. Because
the thing is, you can't explain how content creators are introverts. Like, you cannot explain that. People don't understand that.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy, but...
Actually, most creators I've noticed are very introverted. We have, I want to do a quick shout out to the man behind the production things. The camera can't see him, but there's VZF, baby.
We're going to add his picture somewhere here.
Velefini, who is the CEO and founder of Word Is, the very first podcast in Eswatini. So it's only fitting to give him a shout out here. And he's also an introvert. Which is crazy. Very crazy.
Yeah.
Our live audience wild. But this has been fun, B. This has been so fun. Man. Our very first podcast. What do you anticipate for our future episodes? What can people expect from us? And also, what can people expect from the link up? Because before shooting, someone in the lobby was like, when is the next mixer? So what can people expect from the link up?
Guys, expect more. Like, we're surprising you with this podcast. We never even mentioned having a podcast. We never even dreamed of actually having a podcast. But you guys should be expected. Please just watch out for our page. And don't forget to like, follow us. If you don't follow, guys, the thing is, you're not going to get the information. Ne? And then next thing you'll be like, I didn't know. Just do the right thing and follow us and just get ready. All I can say, there's more that's coming. I'm not going to let you in on more, but we will be having these episodes monthly. Yes, monthly, on a monthly basis. So after you watch this one, just make sure you've already subscribed, you've followed us, and get ready for the next one. We might actually even have a surprise guest.
Perhaps.
We just might have someone, you know. Just keep your eyes locked in and you guys will see who we have next. But all I can tell you is that please follow us. American Spaces as well. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Like, we would be recording in our bedroom with the wall and without mics, shouting
Oh,
Yeah, like this is such an honor, and we're so grateful to them for actually giving us this opportunity. If you're a creator, you are that babegwa, you that them COVID era who didn't even have like proper lighting. Look at how pretty we look. There's lighting everywhere, guys. There's everything in this studio. I'm not even trying to, I don't know, hype it up, but you guys should actually check out American Corner. And you get everything. If you've ever dreamed of being in a studio, I actually told them earlier, because I want to record my first single here because I'm looking at the mic and my earphones. Like,
imagine we could be the next.
Comment down below. Like, do I have to be a singer? It's always been my dream.
Imagine. But we are so excited for what's to come. Thank you so much for tuning into our very first episode. We have lots of amazing things. We are building this cool community and we want you to be a part of it. So do follow us, do subscribe. Also do follow the US Embassy in Eswatini. They are really empowering and fueling the creative economy and you do not want to miss out on that. But from us, I think it's a wrap.
Goodbye. Bye. Love, 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 love. Yeah.
Thanks.
Ooh, we did it.
Cut.